My enemies are many. My equals are none.
Welcome back to part 7 of my France Let's Play, the Italian campaign for Napoleon Total War with Darthmod. So, picking things up, we left them last time. We've just taken the Austrian fortress of Mantua. We've now got access to the cannon foundry there, the barracks, and obviously the small star fort. We just need to repair them, and then we'll upgrade the cannon foundry so that we can get more powerful artillery to support Napoleon's force as he marches north. We're taking a few turns just to replenish. We've got moderate replenishment, so that shouldn't take too long, and we've now got the 8-pounder foot artillery in there along with the 6-inch howitzer that we gained as a reward for taking Mantua, and we'll probably keep this artillery behind or actually drop it into this army that will build up. I don't know if we'll actually have this as a full other army to push on. We still need to build up Massena's army, but I am going to keep the pressure on the Papal States. I am going to advance against their forces here because I don't want their allies choosing to kind of join in at a later date. So I want to wipe out the Papal States potentially before maybe Venice kicks off, because if Venice do kick off, that's really going to hamper Napoleon's march against Klagenfurt and defeating the Austrians, whereas if they remain out of the conflict, that'll be much easier to just keep on advancing. We've already got military access. One of you said you thought maybe the Kingdom of Sardinia will send some forces. I mean, they might do. They are at war with the Papal States. Where are they here? Yeah, they are at war with them, but I don't know if they'll actually send anything useful. But I think we'll be all right. So yeah, we're going to kick things off by marching on in with Massena. We'll just go over here. And we've been incepted. Where's these two? Are they the units from within the garrison? And then they're pulling that army. I wanted to get round actually to attack this army, but detach a unit to stop the reinforcements coming out of the settlement. But actually, we're not drawing the full garrison out because it's just the two dedicated army units, not the actual garrison. They do outnumber us, and we're not at full strength with our infantry, but we do have cannon. We should be able to wipe out those guys fairly comfortably if they don't hold back and wait for the reinforcements. But even still, if they do, we've got to remember 500 of those reinforcements are militia. There's a fair chunk of cavalry, which I'm not too worried about. It's mainly just that line infantry, which does have decent accuracy at 30. Well, let's dive on in and see if Massena can earn glory and honours just like Napoleon. In we go. Let's do it. As always, thanks for your comments, advice, tactics, and suggestions are all greatly appreciated. Do keep them coming. I also actually started watching Sharp, or re-watching Sharp, for the, I don't know how many times it is now. Tend to actually watch it at least probably a couple of times a year. It's kind of my go-to. But yeah, started watching Sharp last night. Absolutely glorious. Just watched the first episode. Very enjoyable. Also, one of you jumping in and saying, obviously, the books as well, which the TV series is based off of. Yeah, 100% recommend. It's Bernard Cornwell, who some of you might be familiar with his work on Last Kingdom, Uhtred, and all that. That's another one of his many series. They're all fantastic stuff, and also apparently they're all available on Audible as well, actually, which I didn't know, and to be honest, I might have to look into them myself, actually, when I'm driving to hockey matches next. Listen to Sharp. Actually, I've not actually read all the books. I think there's actually a new one that Bernard's just released, or is releasing soon. So he's still kind of adding to the Sharp series. Right, have these guys here. We want to wipe out. What we actually want to do, I'm just thinking with the artillery, we actually want to advance forward to here. Because then we've got the downhill slope into this little drop and ditch here as they come out of the settlement. Just take that high ground, probably just around Probably actually further forward than I think. Probably around those trees. Unless I spread them out and put them up on the ridges to the side. Actually, yeah, spread them left and right and then just in front of those patch of trees. That may well be what I do. Because, yeah, actually that isn't great for us right now. But we'll see what we can achieve here.
Artillery is...
And these guys are down in the ditch. Yeah, they're all coming in from behind, so we'll have plenty of time, hopefully, to set up. Well, they'll probably rush the cavalry forward, try and support their troops, which is fine. I need you guys running forward into position. And I'm going to pull that cavalry forward right now. Where are these guys? There we go. Just keep going forward. Move the cavalry behind. Keep advancing. Get you guys into good position. Right. Cannons will move you forward into those positions that I outlined at the start. One over here. One over here. Give them a volley. Let these guys finish their volley, then we'll advance them. That's a flat line. Advance with you guys for now. Hold. I'll test to see how strong the Papal States infantry are. Moving against the Hussars a little bit more. Some good shot there. They've got the rest of their cavalry coming in. Their general is down. Hussars broken. Got the dragoons here. We'll need to wipe out that cavalry that's going to advance quickly. And this is perfect. They're going to dribble on in with the cavalry. Not being supported properly by their infantry. Which will then allow me to shred them. Form square. You guys back, off fire at will. Turn to square. Pull back and away before I throw you guys into square, if possible. Now. Don't fire with you guys, though. Artillery lined up. Go forward a little bit more. Unlimber. Canister. You know what to do.
We have killed their general.
Both squares. Their general falls. Lovely. You will win high honors this day, Massena. Let's move up the reserve. Massena to a good observation position. Keep holding. I don't know what it is, but there's something just really satisfying about watching the animations and the firing of squares in Napoleon. I think of perhaps all the animations, even though we've got some crazy, fantastical stuff in the Warhammer series. I think my favorite, like, kind of animated stuff that Total War Creative Assembly have ever done, to be honest, is the different firing drills that we see in Empire and Napoleon. Fire by rank, platoon firing, the square shots. It's just incredibly satisfying. More of the dragoons coming in. Like moths to a flame. They shouldn't be charging at the squares, but they love going for them. Goodbye. All right, reform you guys. Move on over to a position over here, potentially to flank, or there's more cavalry coming in there. Broken again. It's fine, we'll keep the cavalry here. Keep these guys just ready to deploy on the flanks. We've now got a solid position. We have the high ground, we have the terrain advantage, we have our cannons nicely set up, ready to go. That infantry is getting ruined. Perfect. Yeah, definitely watching Sharp last night has got me really hyped for recording more episodes of this today. This last of their cavalry, the hussars. Slowly marching forward. You got musicians and everything in this as well. Great stuff. That's the militia. Clear this army away. The garrison, again, will be another battle we have to fight. But it should be one that Massena's army can deal with. Hopefully they don't have a big old... Oh, hello. Cavalry under attack. That's where the hussars went. I was admiring the advance too much. They're holding pretty well, though. They're actually not taking too many losses. 15 so far. Hold until I can get the cavalry round. Flank. In you go. Yeah, hopefully the Papal States don't have another army to throw at us. And Massena will be able to take a turn or two to replenish and gather some reinforcements himself. Now that's soldiering. Yeah, I just want to see the comment section just filled up with sharp quotes. Yeah, okay, they took a bit of a beating, but nothing too crazy. And that's the last of their cavalry now. What I'm going to do actually is pull them back up here, ready to then send them out and deploy. And I'm actually going to pull you guys back. So if we need to deploy the cavalry on the flanks, there is kind of an opening they can swing into, pin the enemy between our line and the church. I won't have you guys on fire at will just yet. Right, let's fast forward it while they're advancing. Is it we get the Inspire? I think it's just probably was it technology from the main campaign. We just don't get it in this one. Inspire is quite nice. Okay, canister's going to be beautiful here. 360. Let's shred them. Not bad. Gonna fire across. It's gonna miss a little bit. Opening shots. Getting shredded. Goodbye. Turn the grenadiers slightly because you got a load of militia coming for you. Shred them. Oh, just shredding that line. I don't know if you'll be able to turn to face that line infantry artillery, but we'll prepare for it. What I actually need to really be doing, though, is sending the cavalry out wide now, because we need to hunt these guys down. So we don't have to face them again after this battle. Keep firing. That's them gone. Wait for that unit and then we'll fire on them. Let them have this volley. Into column and advance. Puncture that line. Get him. Hold. Hold.
Sir!
Charge.
Sir! Our general is under attack!
Smashing into him. Take you guys off fire at will again. Move these troops around, ready to fire. We've got the cannons firing straight forward. They've broken. Got them. Charge yourselves. You guys have been caught up through the streets, haven't you? They're getting to him, though. Fire across. Continue. Try and form up and fire. Same over here. Yeah, they got away. Caught up through the streets. Charge into these guys. Gonna get attached to the wall or not? Looks like it's gone a bit janky there. We're still trying to cut all these guys down. Pathfinding's a bit squiffy. Right, artillery, limber up. Oh, they have gone onto the wall. Nice. That's always fun.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Keep going after them all. Taking out a good number of their troops fleeing the battlefield. They're out of ammo, so they've just got to chase them down. They're very good at locking onto targets as they fled. Spread out all over the place. There we go. Last one is just about to leave over here. 33 might be able to get to them. One last charge. Those two are definitely gone. Yeah, these guys as well. Munch. There we go. Well, we gave the Papal States a damn good thumping there. We lost 275. A little bit of friendly fire. But they've lost 2,031 of their 3,188 strong force. That's cracking stuff. Top work, Grenadiers. Well, that pushes them away, which means we can march straight in on Bologna. So we will pull out, yeah, all garrison troops. But again, they don't have artillery, so we should be able to replicate our success again. Hopefully they can't bring in another large army. What can I send from here? Unfortunately, not a huge amount, but I'm going to move this full force. In fact, I'm going to bring the cavalry up straight to the army. And then I'm going to move you to the general and the two Fusiliers line to Modena. Obviously, we'll be able to bring additional forces up from here, but we'll need to repair all of that. Have I got anyone else coming? Oh, yeah, we were getting the Revolutionary Line infantry, weren't we? Was I getting two of them? Oh, yes, the Lombardy Cisalpine Legion. Yes. Okay, we'll wait until we've got all three of them, and then we'll bring them on over. They'll go to Massena as solid reinforcements. We're leaving these guys behind. They're just militia. That's fine. Don't need to worry about anything else there. Cool. Right. Next battle. In we go. See if Massena can earn himself another great triumph. Okay, what do we got? We've got some high ground up over here, which we can't deploy on. We could go all the way up here and blast them from this ridge, though, where they've got to march to us. Our flanks will be fairly secure. It clears them from the settlement, which would be a bit of a nightmare to fight in. We wouldn't be able to use our cannons effectively. Yeah, I think I'm going to deploy up here. That looks like a good position. Take the high ground. Set the artillery up. A solid battery. I think we'll go for the same as we did. 2 groups of 3. And it worked well. March these guys. Have a little bit of formation marching. Got time. There's no artillery, enemy artillery to worry about. Cavalry, I will probably have you guys all on the right anyway. Just to flank on round. And the militia will be the guards of the cannons. Okay. Take position, although I will see if we can have one about there and the other about there. With gap for a unit in between. I think, which in this case will be the Grenadiers. Tough and solid enough to hold the line. I was going to do some, marching in column, but that's fine. Just get everyone set up. Okay, you guys can march nicely in column. Cavalry over to the right. Send them out there. I mean, I don't actually... Maybe we won't be able to draw them to us because of all the settlement stuff in the way. I was kind of hoping we draw them, well, up and through. And when they cleared the city heights, then we just blast them with canister. But still, we should be able to hit some of their units out on the flanks. We harass them with our cavalry. And of course, they're defending, so they're just going to form up here. They might advance still. We'll see. Have the cannon protectors in place. Lovely stuff. Right. Get you guys to fully deploy along here. Your flanks secured by that little mound of terrain. Cavalry, you're going to have to swing even wider, although you are trapped by these guys. Plugging that gap there. So in actual fact, I'll probably have to swing you around the other way, or at least pull you back towards our line. Wait for everyone to get into position, then I'll open up the cannons on them. Just nudge them forward a smidge. Artillery should be able to comfortably reach them. Oh, they are advancing to us. Perfect. As long as they ignore that cavalry a little bit, then I can sweep in behind their line. That'll be glorious. Are they advancing or are they just shuffling forward? They are just within my targeting. But yeah, I stand by the kind of point I was making in, I think, one of the early episodes of this series. I'm saying I don't think there is a total war that has this variation in terrain, or kind of, I guess, a bit more accuracy of terrain. Not everything's just open and flat. You've got rolling hills and everything. It's actually really surprising that I think actually you've got a fair bit in Shogun 2 as well, but like from Rome 2 onwards, you have, I mean, you do have some maps where you've got kind of hills and stuff, but there's just a lot of it seems to shift to offering broad open spaces, I guess, where you could more easily maneuver your army, or rather the AI could probably more easily maneuver its forces. They're now advancing because they know they're under fire. But this, this feels like a Napoleonic battle. We've identified the terrain, which would make sense to form up there on the high ground, draw the enemy out of the city, which we would just shell and bombard, drawing them to favorable positions for our troops and for our army. But I am actually going to advance you guys a little bit further forward because I need this line to be able to fire, and they will not be able to do that from their current position.
prêts.
Batterie, au
Ils sont
rapport.
maintenant à portée de nos fusils, monsieur.
Monsieur.
Lancez des ordres.
Big game.
Garde révolutionnaire. Garde révolutionnaire.
État-major des généraux.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, they're not coming to us anymore because they're no longer under fire, so they're trying to reform. But once we unlimber the cannons again and fire, happy days. But yeah, this feels like a Napoleonic battle, and I don't think you get this feeling with anything from that comes after, really. I mean, maybe Shogun 2.
Lancez des ordres.
Grenadier.
But definitely Empire and Napoleon's battlefields feel very authentic, I would say. But I don't think you necessarily get that from something. I mean, maybe like Attila and by extension Thrones of Britannia's siege maps feel fairly authentic. Like that's probably one of the standout features of Thrones of Britannia. It's got some very nice siege maps. But just the general battlefields. I know you've got rolling hills and things like that and different bits of terrain in Rome too, but yeah, I don't think anything quite hits the mark like Napoleon's. I think it's perhaps because they had to dress up the well, not dress up the terrain, but they had to make terrain a bit more important for line of sight because that's obviously a key part of the firing mechanic, right? You know, they don't have line of sight, they can't get the shots in. I'm still not happy with the placement of these guys, but I think I'm gonna have to leave them there. These guys can at least fire. What if I can I pull you back a little bit out of an angle? Yeah, I guess so. Give you guys more of a chance to fire. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Which Total War game has your favorite battlefields in? But again, I think this reflects the fact that despite Empire and Napoleon being the kind of first games on the brand new engine since Medieval 2 and Rome 1. Rome 1 and Medieval 2, definitely this engine, or this part of the engine, carried on those traditions, or those feature sets, because I definitely remember Rome 1 and Medieval 2 having very varied kind of terrain on their maps as well. So that's not to say that later Total Wars don't have some maps that have varied terrain, but I feel like more often than not, they are a bit kind of plain and open. Where I mean, maybe it's because the maps are just bigger in these ones. These feel like there's a lot more going on. And in this, you know, you can have the hills and the ridge lines and what have you, and then also the open flat as well. Because you're just covering such vast areas. Yeah, I don't know. I can't quite kind of pinpoint it, but hopefully you guys kind of get what I'm rambling on about. Let me know your thoughts about it as well. I'm just going to wait. I'm not ready to dive in with my cavalry. Not yet. We want the main line to advance and then we show ourselves. Or wait for these guys to clear enough that I can then charge in against these guys at the back. Definitely aim to hit these guys. Yeah, that is the main thing. Like these guys coming in here, but that angle's not great for us. But we can't pull any further back. Otherwise, that ridge line up there would have been spectacular. The only thing I can potentially do is do that and that. I'll tuck those guys in behind that ridge, which will keep them safe and draw these guys into more of a flatter, broader position. They're going to start firing. These guys can fire from here, though. But this actually, drawing them in like that, makes it perfect for my cannons to then switch to canister and blast down the line at them. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, they're not flanking us there too hard. These guys have seen my cavalry. It's armed citizenry. Moving up behind him and giving the charge order. Off fire at will, off fire at will. Charge on in. That unit will be shattered. Yeah, gone. Then we move in on these guys. Shred those units. Reform. Move up here for the hussars, and then you go. Get ready to go for the armed citizenry there.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Rally the men. Shred through them. That general's gone. In you go. I'm not told you to fire. That's fine. Enemy generals down. Getting the armed citizenry. 500 will drop very rapidly. They're broken.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Again, we're attacking the settlement, so we don't need to hunt them all down from this. That's it. End the battle. Job done, Massena. Top work. Lost 134. Yeah, Chesso's getting a huge number of kills there because they were just running down armed citizenry. Alright, take that, Papal States. They've got some additional forces there. They've got some Jaegers. Okay. Okay, we are replenishing, which is good. We're not getting any additional gold for our treasury to recruit any additional troops, so we'll just have to hold here. Mention dispatches. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, that's all we can do. Those cannons can come down here, though. Let's end the turn at last. One of those episodes where we just pretty much get through a turn. I'll likely be recording part 8 straight after this one. So we'll continue replenishing with Napoleon. Probably staying put a little bit with Massena, just holding at Bologna until we can give him a few more troops and then march against the Papal States. We've just seen they've got a full stack army heading towards us.
Press the Control and S keys simultaneously to quickly save the game from the campaign map. Press Control L to quickly load the last save.
Thanks, Leia. There we go. Mission issued. In defiance of the Pope. Capture Ancona. Further to recent affronts upon our glorious nation by the Papal States, they have now set about harassing our forces in the region. We could use this newfound aggression from the Vatican to our advantage. The Papal States are notoriously wealthy and their riches would serve our war efforts well. March on Ancona and we will be one step closer to Rome. The Pope will have no choice but to meet any demands that we make when he is faced with the conquest at the hands of the mighty French Republic. We've gained 8,000 gold to our treasury. That would be, yeah, perfect for building up additional forces right now. Lovely. So obviously that's kind of, I guess, a scripted event then if we get the mission, or I don't know, maybe it's a mission that only fires kind of if France is at war with Papal States, fire this mission. But yeah, they've got a large force, nothing particularly special. They've got essentially 3 types of unit: line infantry, hussars, and militia. Although they've also got dragoons in there, so 3 or 4 different types. But that's about it. So we need to break that army with Massena, and then keep on marching. We could give him more. We could give him more artillery if we really wanted to. Give him full 4 units. Could be rather disgusting. Just wondering if these guys will replenish to full strength if we march them over here. Let's do it.
Autre chose?
Not quite. Just worried about how far these guys can go. Doesn't look like they can make it all the way up here in a single turn, just because in that case I'd be very tempted to drop my most wounded troops back for a turn here.
En avant! Marchez! D'autres ordres?
I mean, from here, with Massena, he can make it all the way down there. These guys blocked his path, but that one can't, but you've already pulled back, I think, and moved. I'm going to go with they can't hit me this singular turn. Let's hope. Right, more line infantry is what we need desperately there. Thankfully, we've got 3 units of the Lombardy Cisalpine Legion, which we can send on over. Just in case they do press the attack. Let's give him a fighting chance of holding out. Yeah, repair that, and then we'll repair the Star Fort next. Keep letting you guys replenish before we then push. I mean, Napoleon, yeah, in a single turn can make it to Trento. But we will let him get to full strength or close to it before we make that push, I think. We've got, again, plenty of time, so let's do one more end turn before we wrap things up for today's episode. And just gathering their forces together and sending, what, an army and a half? Yeah, okay, so we need to bring everyone back to Bologna now, ready to attack. Alliance broken. Have they declared war, though? No. Don't like what I'm doing with the Papal States. So, if I'm going to march with Napoleon, complete the objective, even if Venice then turn on us, as long as Napoleon is up here pressing the attack, we have nothing to fear. Unfortunately, these reserves will not be able to make it to Massena in time. He will need the rest of his troops back, and I'm going to give him the additional cannon as well. He now has a full army ready to face. He's also got the militia in there, which we can swap out for those 2 infantry on the following turn. We're going to wait and see where these guys go. So they've got 2 troops. They attack with both. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't look like the Papal States can recruit cannon. So the fact that I now have 4 units of cannon should mean we're in for a damn good shredding. I'm going to hashtag one more turn is what we're going for right now. Oh, wow, that costs a lot to repair. Damn. You need probably one more turn for most of those guys. Won't be at complete full strength, but yeah, we'll let them march on. You're going to be reinforced with some pretty good troops, though, Massena. So even if you do get attacked during this next end turn phase, there will be reserves coming to support you. I can upgrade that. Good. Yeah, get that in. That's what we want to get. No further additional troops can be recruited right now. That's all looking good. Okay, so yeah, we'll march with Napoleon next turn. I bet waiting this additional turn, Venice kicks off, but we'll see. We shall see. Kingdom of Sardinia. What? Oh, you are kidding me. That's definitely got to be a Darthmod thing, surely. Oh, Sardinia. That's dangerous for our capital. Ruddy heck. They weren't meant to do that. Thankfully, they're taking winter attrition here, and it looks like all they can get armor... Oh, they can get some line infantry, but they've got a large force there. That's going to be Darthmod. Don't I lose if I lose my... Yeah, no, I need to hold that one, though, as well. Okay, well, part of me would say send Napoleon, rather than pushing forward, send Napoleon back to wipe out Kingdom of Sardinia now before they cause too much trouble, because we can't scramble to get enough troops. So yeah, Napoleon's advance north is now completely halted. Because otherwise I would send Massena, but he is going to be marching on the Papal States in a few turns. Oh, that's annoying. That is very annoying. But there's nothing we can do. I imagine Venice will kick off as well. So it's going to be full conquest, which is going to turn this into a bit of a rapid scramble. But as I said, rather than going up through the mountains, maybe we'll just push over there. It can still be done. Ah, you weren't meant to kick off Sardinia. That's definitely a Darthmod thing.
This option is
Let me just see if I can
money
throw
can be offered to or
offer payment. No. Oh, you fools. I mean, thankfully, it will not be difficult to knock you out completely. Right. Okay, yeah. Napoleon march back. Probably reclaim Turin, because if they bring any large troops down. So we'll go through Alessandria. We've got that one there. We'll leave Genoa till last. We'll get that on the way back up. But yeah, Napoleon's now got to rapidly march back, break these guys within 3 turns, or reclaim Turin within 3 turns. And then march straight to knock them out up there. And then back. So, I mean, what have we got? Yeah, he'll be back over here by the summer, which is going to be close potentially. But still, it's how many turns is it to march from here? Can't see. Well, let me go and see it now. But it was 1 turn to there. Probably another turn to go up here. 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns, 6 turns, 7 turns or so. Who knows what Venice will do? But yeah, Massena, hold steady, stay put. We'll give you those additional troops at the start of the next episode. Damn it, Sardinia! Oh, I'll make you pay. That's very frustrating. I mean, we could risk ignoring them and just plowing ahead and just throwing some troops back here. But if they do throw their full force behind it, I won't be able to stop it. What does that look like if we want to push out? I'd rather fight defensively, I guess, if I have to, but we don't know what they're going to do. We might as well hold out and wait for Napoleon. Yeah, I think rush back with Napoleon, knock them down, break them, and then bring Napoleon back quickly to get this campaign won. Late December. We'll just have time. I mean, if not, Massena can be the one. Napoleon pulls back. Massena can be the one still to push over here. He's close by. It won't take him too long to get down there. And then march north. But he still needs another turn to replenish. And then we'll march out if the Papal States don't go on him. Anyway, we'll do all that and more at the start of the next episode. Until then, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Till the next one, take care. And ciao for now.